It's raining again, it's windy, sun might come out after a couple of minutes. I don't know, this weather is just unbelievable, just not letting me work properly. Anyway, I'm gonna, in the rain or whatever, I'm still gonna be tackling this hollow blocks and restack them. So I want to try to do as little as possible with them because they're so heavy to move. I just need to find a good height. I don't know if you can see me behind all these trees, but yeah, I'm gonna take them out, stack them a bit higher, only because I need to reuse them. So let me look at what it looks, show you what it looks like close up. Okay, there's the blocks that I need to fit into that space, and these are just, you know, extra blocks that have been left over, and I'm trying to reuse them instead of having them lie around the yard. And that's the same thing that I did with these, just to get them out of the yard, and I put them here. But and when I did, I just did any old stacking just to use them up, and you know, so they're out of the way. But look, I need to do them properly, and I want to stack it up higher because I wanted to give shade to this bottom spot, and I want to plant succulents that are that need a lot more shade. So let me see how far I can get. Alright, the camera stand broke, so I'm going to try and just capture as much as I can. I've removed a few of the blocks, as you can see. I've put them to the side here and pulled out some of the plants. But there's lots of debris here. I'm just going to have to clean up before I do anything. It's just too much of dried leaves that have accumulated over time. So I'll just pick up, because if I don't pick it up, it's going to fly all over into the yard and mess it up some more. So might as well, that's a plant, might as well pick it up. I was going to clean this anyway. And I like picking up big leaves like this. The small ones are the ones that's annoying. But all this, look how much of the leaves, it's just covered up the plants. It's terrible. The plant was terrible. More leaves than soil. Look, it's shooting amidst all this dry leaves. I suppose it's like mulch. This one is looking sad. Now once I clean it up, then I can plant something nice on this side. My neighbor. These jelly beans are looking really good, but I need something else, some nice color to break it up. Ah, good Lord, you missed a whole lot of work. My back is already sore. Oh my God, like I tried not to unpot the plants that were already planted in the in the blocks, and I had to fit in 5 from the back and 2 or 1 single one, but it was so difficult to try and get the final shape. But there it is, and that's a single block which I kept the plants in. And so what I wanted was to have this high enough to give shade to plants that I want to plant at the bottom, like maybe some Haworthia and Gasteria. And I wanted things to spill over, and I wanted the blocks hanging over on this side. And I need to clean up my neighbor's side. Let me go around. Right, so I need to clean up his side and neaten up all the sleeves. And I wanted, oh, that one's hanging over. Anyway, so I wanted them hanging over on this side as well, so I could put plants there to make it look good on this side as well. So that one needs to hang a bit more, and those 2 gaps I'll fill in some plants there. But look, from this end it doesn't look just like a wall. I wanted it to have some appeal as well. Look at this, jelly beans are so stunning. I was going to pull them out, but I might just plant around them because they are looking so good now. I pulled one out. Oh, I might put it in that. Oh, lovely, that red is. Okay, let me go around this way. And this mess here, I'm going to plant all this pink Kalanchoe around here and use up those plants. Right, from this end you can see it's got those blocks hanging out, and I need to plant in them now. Okay, I had to go to the store to get soil because you can see in some of these holes they go all the way down, and I need to fill soil. And I also bought some mesh to put into these holes that that are in the air like this. So this, I need to put the mesh there, and I put a piece of matting sort of thing to hold the soil in. And I'm gonna cut the mesh and shove it in there. So let me get started, and I can start filling the soil in. Okay, there's the mesh. It's like a chicken mesh, but it's a bit thinner and it's more easily bendable. I'm going to cut it up just a little wider than the gaps of each of those blocks that need it, and I'll put this in, and then I've got some weed matting just to hold the soil to it in that block. So let me start cutting up this mesh, and I'll shove it in there and show you. Right, I'm sure you can hear the wind. This is what, how many? So maybe like less than 6 centimeters gap. I might cut it as wide as, not 6 centimeters, good lord, can't even count, 16 centimeters, but I might do 20 because then that would give me space to, you see the other side what it is, also same, yeah. So I'll do 20 by 20 and or just a little wider. Check out my big tool. Can't even hold this one-handed. Yeah, this is cutting it so easily. Okay, I've got the mesh in. Turned out that I measured all wrong, and I didn't need that bigger piece. I just needed to squeeze a smaller piece inside. You can see that mesh is there in that hole, and then I've put in just this matting, like weed mat. It's very thin, you can see my hand through it. It will let water go through, but it will hold the soil, and plants, they'll do fine. It will dry out quickly. So those plants that don't need a lot of water, I'll put them there. So there's the mesh inside here as well. There as well. Right, all the sand, the soil is in. You can see I've put in the soil in each of the blocks that needed it, but I'm not going to plant. I decided to neaten up this edge here, this corner, and plant up most of this pink kalanchoe that I'm putting there. And yeah, and I'm going to neaten up my neighbor's side. I'm going to plant up that. I want that to be neat. This I can do slowly any day, but I don't want his side or their side to look untidy. So I'll do that, and then I can start planting up what I want in this space here. Then I've just made up. That looks so good. Let me go far, and you can get a better view. There. Look. Looks so good now. There's so much of space there I can plant. Okay, it's been a few days since I got out here. I did change the blocks and ended up doing a lot of or doing a jigsaw puzzle because this thing was so annoying. I moved the wrong block and then I had to reshuffle everything after I put the soil in. Anyway, this is what it looks like, but that top block needs to go down there. And then I've got 3 that overhang and 2 overhang, so that's what I wanted. I still didn't plant on this side. As you can see, all my plants lying on the ground, but I did finish the other side. Let me just go through this bush here. Right, so I neatened this. This is what it looks like. Put the Portulacaria on the top so they can spill over when they get bigger, and I tried to create a pattern with the clovatum and the jelly beans. So this will change as well, but it looks better. It's just not a wall. I didn't want it to look untidy on this side as well. And then this is here. Right. And so that one needs to move. That's it. So at least that other side is complete.